Hey guys, I'm Mundred here. I'm getting ready to do a couple videos, updates, mods to my 2016 Ford Focus ST. And I'll do just like a couple of short videos, maybe 3 videos, one for each of the things I'm going to do. So this is going to be the first one of those. So I ordered a couple of things from Whoosh. One of them is going to be a new motor mount, which I'll be replacing when I do the downpipe on the car. I ordered a off-road downpipe, 3-inch for the Focus. So when that comes in, I'll be replacing the motor mount at the same time. And this is just, I don't know, it's a cool little mod. It's a visual thing. It's not a performance mod or anything. But I'm going to be doing a rear wiper delete, and ordered that from Whoosh as well. You can see the little logo and stuff on there. Just get rid of that wiper on the back I don't ever use, and it's just an eyesore, I think. So I'm going to be pulling that off. It doesn't really serve a purpose other than just to make it more visually pleasing for me. And Whoosh offered 2 options for the motor mount. There's the racing one, which is this one here. The insert's stiffer, so it's going to be a lot stiffer, keep the car from jerking around when you step on the gas and accelerate. And then they have one that's got a yellow insert here. It's a little bit softer, more intended for streets. But after reading reviews and stuff, I decided to go with this one. People said this one actually does a really good job, and there's not a lot of vibration and stuff. And then in my package with the motor mount and the rear wiper delete, I got a sticker. And then they sent me a air freshener. Some people reported getting license plate brackets and stuff like that. Who knows, maybe I'll get that with my downpipe. We'll see what happens. All right, so the first video I'm going to do is doing the wiper delete on here. No instructions came with this, but it should be pretty straightforward, to be honest. But basically, we're going to be pulling this whole thing off here and mounting this plug in that window right there. So first thing that we're going to do is pull this cover off right here. Just pop, there we go, pop off, and so there's a nut right there. We'll take that off, and this should come off, and then we'll see where it goes from there. All right, so it looks like that is a 13 millimeter. So we're gonna grab the ratchet, unscrew that really quick, get that off. All right, and it looks like now I got that nut off, I gotta get to probably the inside to loosen some stuff there. It doesn't just pop off there, but that's all right. We'll get on the inside here and take a look, see what we're gonna be doing next. And to make this a little bit easier, I took this cover off here. I just pushed my back seats forward. And then there's these little clip things here. They just slide up and out on each side. And then the whole thing just pushes forward and lay it off to the side, so I've got some more room, because like this stuff all has to come off up here. All of this is gonna have to come off so I can access the wiper behind there. And I know there's gonna be some bolts under these handles. I think they just pop off. We'll find out here in a second and see what that looks like. And get the stuff to all pop apart. I've used this trim toolkit I've got. You can get it on like Amazon. They're pretty inexpensive. I'll have a link down in the detail and the video details and stuff like that for you. And then I've got my magnetic tray here in case I've got any nuts or bolts I got to toss in there so I don't lose those. All right, I'm going to try to show this using one hand. So in order to get this cover off, I'm using my trim tool, and I am just going to slide it up in there. Oh, there it goes. That works pretty good. And we're just going to pop this off. All right, so now that's off. There's bolts up in either of these that we just unbolt. It looks like, I don't know, they're tiny, maybe 6 or 7 millimeter. We'll grab a ratchet at those, but both sides just do the same thing. Use this little trim tool, just kind of jam it up in there, and that is how you get this cover off. And I mean, you could use a screwdriver or something, but honestly, you risk damaging the trim, and these tools make it so you don't damage your trim. And it's all about putting this back together so the car looks good, stays in nice shape, and it doesn't look like some piece of crap vehicle you're beating the crap out of. So that's why I recommend those tools. Definitely well worth it, especially if you do any stereos, any trim removal at all. They're awesome. All right, there those are. It was 7 millimeter. I just used a 7 millimeter extension ratchet to get those out. Now I think, if I'm not mistaken, we probably just pry this off. I don't see any other bolts or anything, but again, this is where handy dandy trim tools will come into play to help pry this out. All right, and then here's that plastic cover off. It's just got these little clips here that hold it onto the door up there. So like I said, once I pulled those screws out, I just grabbed the handle, pulled down, and then just kind of popped it out the rest of the way around. And now we can see the rear wiper motor. And that's what we need to get to pull out. So that way, can make the car look super cool. All right, in order to pull the wiper motor out, it's gonna be these 3 bolts here. It looks like they're like, I don't know, 8mm, maybe 5/16 if they're standard. We'll get those pulled out here really quick and see about pulling that wiper motor assembly out. There those bolts are that held this wiper motor in place, and now it should just kind of come off, just like that, with a little less noise maybe. But I probably should have pulled the arm off on the outside first. Oh, well, so there's that wiper arm there. Could have probably pulled that off before I pulled the motor off. Made that a little less weird. So now there's just a clip on here. Just gonna unclip this power wire, separate this, the motor's off, and then we're gonna start getting all the rest of that pulled out in there, so that way we can put that delete up in there. All right, so looks like now we're gonna have to pull, I don't know, this guy out here. There's our washer. This thing, this is like the, heck, I don't know, the thing that the whole assembly was attached to. Oh, the shaft is gonna probably have to go, yep, through the middle there. Get something to push on that and be careful so we don't, put this down. Can't do it with one hand. All right, so I'm gonna use my little trim tool again. I'm just gonna finish pushing this thing here down the center. Looks like that might be the, there it goes. So that's what the wiper arm went through before, and now there's just this little rubber grommet that we need to get off of here so we can put the delete kit in. All right, and just like that. So now that's where the delete kit's gonna go. We'll get that put in here in just a second. All right, so I pulled apart my wiper delete kit. There's a rubber O-ring to weatherproof it so water and stuff doesn't get in there. And then here's the backing plate, the front piece, and then you put it up in there and use this screw to tighten it down on it. So we're just gonna toss that in there quick. All right, and there it is, back side of the plug. There's the bolt that holds the backing plate on there. There's a little rubber seal on the back of that. And then there's the button. This would have definitely been a little easier if I would have had someone to help just trying to hold this in place while you tighten it down. It wasn't the easiest trying to reach my arms up through around the door and stuff. But overall, super simple to do. I like this look a lot better than with the big old wiper arm back there that I never use because it doesn't work that well anyway. But yeah, that was super easy, really. All right, and there we are, all put back together. Trim all back on, handles back on. Looking good. And there it is. I just need to clean it up, wash it up. But now we got rid of that ugly rear wiper. Nice clean look on there. Pretty exciting, super easy mod. I know it costs like, I don't know, 30 bucks maybe for this one. There's a lot of options out there. Some with logos, some without. I just thought that one looked kind of cool, so that's why I went with it. But definitely super easy to do. All told, like 10 minutes maybe is what I did, how much time it took me to do this. So, until next time.